Good afternoon. We have again Wednesday and again my small feast, and I hope it is also for you to have a session together, and mainly today when we have a very practical module 7 about how to involve frontline workers to the telework collaboration space and why it is needed, what are the benefits, but also the challenges. So, but let us go through the points of the program. As usual, I will tell you last week updates on the course and the weekly digests. And then the main topic is here, Telework Frontline Workers. Number 3, coaching sessions. So how to Telework Process Manager coaching sessions will look like. We have today only a small announcement, but next week will be the whole session will be devoted to coaching and how to make coaching. And the question and answers. There are many interesting question and answers, but the time is our limit. I welcome our co-presenters for the time being. Martin Straka, who is the developer of the M7. He will show some functionality and also will answer your technical questions, if any. And also Boumediene Faure, who is the author of the coaching sessions tutorial. He will make some small intro for today. And of course, if somebody would like to attend the course, please go ahead. I am open to any time to stop. So let's go to the first stop, weekly digest. We have here this week one digest interesting that the European Commission adheres to the Belgian rules of teleworking. Of course, because the European Commission seat is in Brussels. But what is important that no more than 20% of the staff who are required to work from home can be in office at one time until December 13. Laszlo, you are nearby. Do you know about this rule, or this is only theory?
Actually, the Belgian rule is maximum 1 day in the office, except those whose presence is critically needed, which is taking a 5-day week is 20%.
Yes.
And this 20%, and the Commission and also a couple of other institutions always had an appropriate presence limit, also a percentage present at the same time, except the Parliament.
For those who didn't visit the last week's session, here is very interesting also article from London that they computed some survey that home office cost normal people 890 guineas per month. I don't know. I don't agree because they count everything, even the buying suits and food, comparing to central office work. But okay, this is for discussion. If we can go, so this is module 7 and objectives you can read, but I tell it in my words. So the idea is to involve blue collar workers who are usually mobile, and the environment is difficult, different than office environment. But what is the challenge? The challenge is that they need some maybe special equipment. Sometimes they need free hands and they cannot use tablet or notebook. But what we get as a rest of the collaboration space, the white collars, that we can get, first of all, the important data, what they collect from the wearable, whether it's a smart glass or other special device. And they benefit is that we can assist them. For example, the chief technologists can assist the worker if there is some trouble remotely. So this is in a nutshell But this we consider as a substantial innovation of this course. Not only, and here is our definition of innovation. So innovation is a process of change producing measurable results. So this is not only speaking where you work home or not home and you are tired or not and cost or not, but here are real results. Everybody gets win-win. The workers get support and the white corals gets information. So these are tangible results, but also results can be expressed in money also, increasing the competitiveness, flexibility, resilience of the company. The challenge is clear. I already partially explained. The challenge is that what devices or what one can expect here and what the benefits. So you can read slowly. It was explained, and I would like to save time for more exciting lectures today. Of course, active learners should make some historical vision of here reformulation of the, here it was 2 years ago we had a meeting here in the Telework EU LinkedIn network, and here it was presented by me 2 years ago. We thought that the pandemic is only one time event. Now we know that pandemic is instant situation, not a one-time event. So here are involving that time that we have to involve also the production units to this picture. So unfortunately, this scenario becoming very real. And so we have to not neglect, because this usually 80% of the company are frontliners, the persons. So this is the challenge, that to achieve a win-win added value by intensive collaboration. And here we are, what technologies can we use? 2 years ago, maybe it was that wearable smart glasses were more expensive and less functional. Now there are a wide range of devices, but please be careful for industrial use. They must be water and dust resistant and so on and so on. Both the networks, so network must be, of course, in industrial environment. Signals is a risk, mainly if you go to underground to check something, but so the device must, and the software must work also in offline mode, and then if it comes up, then synchronize when he gets the signal, synchronize it with the database of workflow, work orders, what they are doing. We have here plenty of already visualization technologies. Of course, to see reality in one remotely, this is streaming, is nothing is available, but available on many variables. Then virtual reality, then you make a reality to make some 360 panoramas on the workplace. Then augmented reality, when you add some improved information to the machine picture or a panorama showing what is the pressure in some pipe. Then digital twins, when you have create a complete digital model of your real machine and simulate the machine process digitally, and then if it is good, then you go live. Artificial intelligence, that also in machine learning, data science, many things are known. Also important number for the technology, user friendliness of the service, because frontliners must have simple navigation, simple interfaces, and also working under with any light conditions. So I only pick up the main thing, but you can read it. Here is the concept of one of the application which will be presented. This is how to involve frontliners. Today here we have only papers of what to do and papers what is out. Okay, maybe written in some mobile phones, but the mobile phone is the maximum in 90% of the companies. But this is not, when you have a heavy industry, you see on the right-hand side, when you have gloves, you cannot use even mobile phone. You have to use some smart glasses to have free hands. And in this case, the work instructions are downloaded to the smart glass, and the work done is then reported online to the company database. And this is the typical Helm. We call it i3D Helm, developed by Novitec people. The setup and innovation, of course, not the Helm and not the smart glass, but the clips and the use and battery and so on. Okay, so this is the principles, and now I think it's better if Martin Stroka will take over the presentation. This example and the whole i3D is developed in consortium of Novitec. So this is Novitec and e-content store. These are main partners, and also working together with BOC group in process design. This is Austrian-based partner. They are working together also in many European projects. The setup, what you will see, the scenario. This is a heating room of a hotel, and this heating room every week must be checked. This, we call it preventive weekly checks. And here are the what they are connected into this let's say collaboration space now, and in real meeting, and can run any platform, but Martin will explain. So the hotel maintenance guy, then a supplier of the plant, because this is important. If something is wrong, then the supplier can advise him or to repair, to send the supply, because this is not only check for check. And connected the smart glass. This is model HMT1. Martin will explain what is this. It is also connected as an IoT device to the collaboration space. And a junior worker who takes only photo about the room to imagine, but this is not needed. It is only following the worker to see what is he doing. So now, Martin, can you tell something in front of, or should I start the video for a while? What do you prefer?
You can start the video.
Okay. So you cannot hear me now?
I can hear you, but the video.
Yes. Okay. So this, you can tell these numbers are dictated to the smart glass.
Yes, the situation is following. The worker in the bottom right corner, as you can see, is on site right now, and he's measuring the temperatures that are needed for the worker that he's working on. The manager in the bottom left corner is watching his progress and watching the reports in the real time. And in the top right and left corners, you can see the feeds of their respective displays. So in the top right corner is the feed from the virtual glasses, HMT1, and in the top left corner is the screen of the manager. And
but also the database is stored in database, no?
Yes. The results are automatically stored in the database, and the manager is able to see them immediately after storing. After following few of the tasks, the worker is afraid that the measurements are not correct, so he approaches to call the manager just to be sure that everything he's doing is right. And now you can see that they're communicating using our remote assistance service, and they can share their screens. In this situation, the manager sees what the worker sees, and he can assure him that everything he's working on is correct and the measurements are right. So the worker can now continue with his work. Okay, now you can see a different situation. The manager called the worker, so it works both ways. He called the worker to ask him about a special task that he needs to be that needs him to do. Okay. Anyway, the worker was assigned a specific job just to show the control desk on his camera, and the manager automatically took the photo and highlighted an area that worker was supposed to show up close in detail. So this sort of symmetrical and synchronous work is very efficient for both the work order assistance and also specific tasks that come during the work order process.
Really, this is a work order, a workflow consisting of steps and actions what workers and technologies can define and follow them and record the result of each step. So now, what are the benefits? So Martin, please.
I'll start with the shop floor managers. The first benefit is the transparency of the work. So the managers are have the information about the work that needs to be done and what has been done and what is currently being done. Then there's work order schedule management. So the managers are fully aware of the management of the time management and the resources management of the work order. And then there's synchronization of multiply event-driven workflows. So basically there are several teams being able to work in parallel. Then regarding the benefits for the workers, there's a clean work assignment show in the smart glass. So workers are they're all the time fully aware of the work that has to be done. And then there's optional online learning of always up-to-date instruction. So they are able to learn as they work without any obstructions. The other benefit is all informations accessible from the smart glass. So either drawings, schemes, PDF files, photos recordings, video recordings, and so on. The communication is voice controlled, so the workers are able to use their hands for the work itself, and they don't need to control the devices because they can use their own voice for that. Their action is recorded in its entirety, so the text of the results is recording into the database, as well as the voice and video of the work being done. Then there's virtual assistants or remote assistants, as you could see in the previous step. So their work is being able to be monitored by the managers, and they can be helped at any time and guided towards their goal. And then there's offline learning and testing of new workers. So basically, we also provide virtual reality work orders. So the new employees can train outside the hazardous or dangerous situation, just inside the office with the VR glasses and train how to do the work.
Yes, and here you have the detailed service, no? Here.
Yes.
Can you explain them very quickly?
Okay. So the key services that come with every installation of i3D, there's a workflow editor, which is basically an editor capable of defining and editing workflows, which serve as base for the work orders. Then there's work order management.
Wait a little bit. It's important that this is a user-driven with zero programming, because in the production plants, situation changes from day to day. So we cannot wait for an external programmer to change the program. But of course, sometimes it's big innovation. But this is a big benefit, that flexibility, user-driven innovation here, that technologists are trained. Our delivery is de facto a training of our users how to use these functions and how to customize them. So please continue.
Yes, exactly. The work order management works in a similar way as there is no programming needed at all. It is all user-driven and automated. Then there's work order learning that I already mentioned regarding the VR smart glass mode. Then there's work order execution, which is the execution of the work itself using the VR or AR glasses. And then there's work order completion reports, which are the reports of the work being done that the managers can check and work with. Then we also provide some optional i3D industrial services, which are a little bit more convoluted. For example, we support the remote assistance that you could see in the video. Then there's object recognition, which means that the glasses can recognize any 3D or 2D object within the scene. We also offer the new worker learning that I already talked about. Also the multi-language options. So we support localization into any language that you can ask for. Then there's industrial virtual tour, which is a virtual tour of the plant that the work is being supposed to be done. So you can have a virtual tour around the plant and without no need to go there physically. We also provide the multiply workflow management, which means that you can have events that are based on the worker's input that has been previously done. And there's optical character recognition, which is self-explanatory. Alarm receiving center. So basically just two-way video streaming with alarms. And we also provide multiple interfaces or connectors, which are based on the glasses being used. And last but not least, we support some client support services. So for example, a pilot use case service, which is a technical assistance in the pilot use case selection. So basically we help you design the design and implement the pilot case that you wish to have on your site. There's training of client team, so we are able and ready to train your entire team. Help desk services, so we can provide you with help anytime, and custom software development. So if you are in the need of further software modules, we are fully capable of providing that also.
Thank you, Martin. How to create a work process user can create. So we have a very simple, I understood there are simple interactive forms, what the workers fill in the forms, but the structure is here. This is important. That the work order is the instance of the workflow. So one workflow can be repeated several times and by several personnel. And work order has steps, and each step has several actions. And each work step is located in the plant. So this we have to imagine big plants, 3 times 2 kilometers, when people must know where is the place if they must go there. It's not only to get there. So this is really a virtual tour of a plant by sections, by units and shop floors and so on. So, and here is the guidance, but we will skip because this is important for active learners who has to develop their assignment, but this is the next step. So here is the methodology, the step, how you create. First of all, you create on paper in a structured way, what is the goal of what is the first step and the action. The first step is to tell what is the reason, what is the goal, what resources, what materials you need. The second step, and do this, do this, do this. And we will deliver it now remotely in digital way using imminent lab template. When it is agreed, then we go, or they go, because I'm not there, to enter and define the workflow, and the workflow then is generated and ready to generate work orders. So this is important for those who, in our case, the learners active learners who would like to get either a certificate of attendance or even diploma. So they must submit here 4 assignments, active results of their work. So this is the assignment. We can skip what they have to do. We have a coaching session with them. So this is only for your reading, that if you would like to have to try this to define your own workflow, so you can join a coaching session. And the coaching topics here, despite there's clear benefits for both parties, for frontliners and for white-collar people, there are many questions, where to you, for example, this is a cultural change, how to force workers to use wearables, because be careful, if he uses a wearable, that each action is measured, the duration, what is done. So this is maybe some reluctance in some places. But also there are questions that wait, maybe the cost of technology will drop, and then until then we wait. So this is also a legal question, or so what are the typical success cases? These are here, okay? But more, the last one, what is the role of Telework Process Manager in this innovation? This is our course. So his role is, of course, very important, depending what is the type of the company, how to have the cultural change, but also technical extension of your telework collaboration platform. And here are the criteria what we recommend. You use this extension when strict discipline is required, which means work instruction must be executed exactly as it is specified by the work order. Neglected, inadequate, incomplete execution may cause big damages to the company. Of course, for example, in nuclear plant or even in normal plant, operations actually executed must be recorded for future analysis. So the company wants to operate, wants to analyze. Of course, some simple operations is not recommended. And the fourth criteria, the workflow is frequently used and generates series of process data. So the result, so return of investment comes with the volume of data we get from it, volume of information, because this is data in space and time. So this is already information. And also we achieve not only knowledge, but increase the security, safety of the company processes by monitoring even the equipment. We call it digitalization of human-centric processes. So this is a new discipline, digitalization, what people are doing and how they interacting with the already technical objects. So this is a very new discipline, what we are speaking about today. So please, we are glad to, even you can write comments if you hear discussion, you can make comments here. If you logged in now, we are not logged in, but if you login is free for visitors if you don't enroll. So let us share, let us learn together.
We divided how to participate in coaching session to two sections, the overview and how to enroll to the coaching session as a whole, from buying the coaching session till assisting to one of them. For the overview, is like we have the purpose of coaching. It's like beside obtaining knowledge, is like that we will provide them with adequate assessment tools. We let them ask questions in these sessions and they get our full support and we help them to establish their goals. We explain how the coaching session will take place. It's like either one-to-one, and that is up to the client, is like if he will ask for it, or we go for the group coaching. It's like either we gather group that they have the same profile, or if a company has more people to that they want them to attend this course and to attend the coaching session with it. For the second one in the overview is like we put all our coaching topics. You can click them and it can take you straight away to the coaching topics that they are covered by that coaching session. Third is like we have all the sessions, how they are established for the whole year. It's like we can take it from Monday to Friday. It's like here for this purpose, is like we establish it that we have 4 sessions a day. It's like 2 from each that covers the whole week, but depends on the client. It's like if they have suitable time that we can arrange to get them the time and the date that they are looking for. And here is like there are simple steps how to buy a coaching session. 3 simple steps: visit our webpage, choose the product that you want to buy, enroll to it, and you are in. Second, how to plan your coaching session. It's like this is where your mentor will get involved. It's like you send the time and the dates that they are suitable for you, and he will manage to get the meetings accordingly. And the C, how to participate in a coaching session. It's like Teachable platform comes with some tools. Let's speak about this one, what is called Write Something. It's like there, the client can write the time and the dates and his wishes, like whatever he wants to speak about, and then send it to his mentor. And the mentor, when he reads it, he will establish and design the coaching sessions accordingly. Like here, this is on the right side, on the left side, it is the coach view. On the left, on the right, it is the student view. How to submit an assignment, we use the same tool. It's like upload the file, he upload his assignment, submit it, and then the moderator or anyone who will check that assignment will come back with the result. And last and not least is the long term, which is, I showed it in the first place. Here we have scheduled for the whole year. It's like we have sessions that they are set during the week from Monday to Friday, 4 sessions a day for the time being, and depends on the coaches that we will get. It's like the more coaches we get, is like the more sessions we will have. It's like that is in general how it works, from buying a coaching session to attending one.
I would like to announce that on 6th December, from 6th December, we go live with worldwide marketing and these things. So we appreciate your support until 6th December, your comments as co-creators, you as a co-creators and visitor until here, until end of November, you are, when you logged in, you are your membership is free. After this, this is a paid membership. For those who really want to keep pace with this content, because this is, as we told, this is a living material. It will be improved in the context of technology, but the social situation and business situation. So this is a living content. So I think we planned that for 30 euro per month, you can follow and contribute, even you can promote some of your solutions here as Novitec does it now. Okay, now really opening the session, question and answer. Mr. Sabo, please go ahead with your comment.
Yes, the news is that the Luxembourg Financial Supervision issued a circular on teleworking.
Yes, we have it, we presented it, but what is new?
It is not in force yet.
Not in force, this is recommendation only, yes?
No, this is not for teleworking under the pandemics. It was intended to come into force when the pandemics is over. Now, for the moment, they foresee it for the 2nd of January.
Interesting. So what is valid for now? For
now, the normal security rules.
So no homework in the company?
Yes, homework as before. Because this circular requires a policy to define number of employees, teleworking times, what activities can be done on telework and what cannot. Critical activities which have to be ensured on site, that one person of the board of directors has to be available at all working times on site. So there are, that's why I found it interesting, because it contains some limitations. There are no reporting obligations yet, but they will come.
Very good, thank you. We will follow it. We have it on our database, but we saw that this is already applicable. But you say that this is only a postponed, yes?
This is postponed. Maybe there is a circular for the pandemics, which is in force.
Yes.
But this is a new one. This is the 21,769.
And now for 5 minutes, my question, does permanent pandemic situation force all companies to introduce a systematic telework process? Or an opposite question, what are the performance losses of a chaotic home office work? Does somebody have some opinion for first question? I put also on the LinkedIn these two questions to company managers group, but I have one response, that people working at home, they have no control and retarded performance. At least retarding reporting, no reporting. They don't feel that people are doing something what is needed.
Maybe for the first question that is already here, is like the pandemic forced companies to go and work from home.
But force or not?
Yes.
Systematic telework. Be careful. Go home is not go home.
But I think from now on, from now on, it's going to be systematic. Before it was just to catch with the pandemic.
Systematic is there. He has the support, everything correct, everything safe and efficient services.
We are not talking about all companies. We are talking about the companies that they have the capability to work from home. It's like we're talking here about IT companies.
No, not the telephone. Of course, they are already introduced systematic telework. Okay, so they are now the winners. But I am speaking about those companies. They still are lagging. And now they are forced to think it seriously, because this is a steady long-term process that people will be on the move from one place to another, from one position to other position. Not everybody must be a core employee. You can employ talent from all over the world. So
I think this is why the Belgium, they are lacking of the legislation part. It's like they don't know which one will be doing telework. It's like if we take the example that you just presented, it's like the guy that he was sitting on the desk that he should be working from home. It's like he can do it from home. It's like he doesn't need to be in the office. It's like only the plant worker should be there because we need to take the data.
Exactly.
It's like the other one is like we
other
can't
questions,
say.
please.
Maybe a remark is like about the chaotic home office. It's like by taking this course, is like the Telework Process Manager course that will at least minimize the chaotic state that it can be in home office. It's like someone that he can be taught how he will work from home, that he needs a place, that he needs a desk, he needs a chair, he needs all those stuff, and he create his own environment. Because
Yes,
now it's like from experience, I see chaotic. It's like I know some people that they work from home and their work, it's really not really organized. Maybe I'm one of them.
Thank you very much for today. And we are glad to meet you next week. We will deep dive into the coaching, how we can run the coaching sessions on the Telework Process Manager.